In June of 1960, Bill Walker, a native of Atkinson County, established the David N. Walker Jr. Scholarship Fund. This was done in memory and honor of his father, whom some of us learned to love and to know as Mr. D.N. As this scholarship was set up, Bill named Margie W. Mansour, Barbara Strickland, and Varian Sutton as trustees of this scholarship. Nominees for this scholarship are made each year by the senior advisors, the counselors, and the school principal. The actual selection of the recipient is made by the trustees, whose decision is final. The nominees, the criteria for these are: first, 5 nominees will be made from each graduating senior class. The nominees will acquire and complete all personal data sources as required by the scholarship trustees. The scholarship trustees will interview each scholarship nominee. Nominees eligible for the scholarship will have indicated that they plan to seek further education or training at an institution of higher learning. The scholarship recipient must be a graduating senior. The recipient may be male or female. The recipient must have made average to good grades during high school. The recipient must have shown leadership qualities. This afternoon, Miss Margie Mansour brought me the envelope with the winner of this year's scholarship. When she gave it to me, she said that the committee could not decide between 2 students. Therefore, 2 students will share in this scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship, and so each student will receive $500. The recipients are Carrie Thomas Bell and John Princeing Anderson.
I also have a few presentations to make to some very deserving young boys and girls. The first one is a perfect attendance medal for the student who has attended either 4 years of high school or 12 years of school. We did not have one this year to finish 12 years of school without missing a day, and we only have one, Miss Helena Magnolia Edwards, who attended 4 years of high school. The next award is the Billy Dean Memorial English Award. It will be presented to Miss Carolina Jackson, our valedictorian. The next one, I Dare You Award, is presented to the student who shows the most prospect for going on and really making a success in life, one who tries very hard. It is not based on just academics, but for everything, including hard work and scholar and everything else. The girl receiving this is Miss Julie Annette Tanner. And the boy, James Macomb Gillis. The next award is to our star student, Miss Mary Carolina Jackson. And our star teacher, Mr. Robert Edwards. The next one, the DAR Good Citizen Award, given by the John Floyd chapter to Miss Audrey Melissa Pope. And our last one to the valedictorian, Miss Mary Carolina Jackson, and salutatorian, John Scott Summerlin. We're very proud of all these. Before I present the senior class of 83 to Mr. Davis and have him say a few words with you, I would like to say just a few words myself. I, as principal of the school, do welcome all the parents and friends of our graduating class. You have come to welcome these students into an adult world because you are proud of the accomplishments of your children and of your friends' children, just as we are. You have a right to be proud. We're happy that you are joining the faculty in wishing for them a continued good life, full of accomplishments and success, as well as happiness. And to the graduates who have worked so hard for 12 long years, we want to congratulate you as well as assure you that this night is yours. I would also like to thank Mr. Travis Pearson for giving his time after work to set up this sound system so that all of us may hear our speakers. Now let me present to you Mr. Davis, who would also like to say a few words to us.
Get the notes out of here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents and friends. It's always a pleasure for me to be able to participate in the high school commencement activities. I like this microphone. Well, this is a lot nicer than what we've had, Mr. Andrews. I just wondered whether I was supposed to say anything or not. Back off a little bit. Okay. Just give me directions, I'll follow. I went out to the high school and to participate in Honors Day activities, and I noticed on the program they had speaker Edwin F. Davis. Then I went back later on to participate in the senior activities, and she had remarks, I believe. Tonight I noticed on the program it said delivery of diplomas. I reckon I was supposed to say a few words. I'll try not to talk too long and be like the story they told of a gentleman who got up to speak, and he graduated from Adams College, A-D-A-M-S College, and he had some very important points to make, and every one of those points he started out with the letter of the college. He said, A is for this, D is for this, A is for this, and went right on down the line. He just talked and talked and on and on and on, which I'm not going to do. And he finally got through, and everybody got up and lead, and two fellas in the back of the room were talking to each other, and one of them said, Lord have mercy, said, I'm glad he finally got through. Yeah, he said, he sure did talk a long time, but just think how long we'd have been here. Said we'd have been here all night if he'd have graduated from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The word graduation, ladies and gentlemen, has several meanings. The primary meaning is the state of being arranged in steps or degrees. Anything which comes in orderly progression is a process of graduation. We graduate from one phase of life to another because life is a series of graduations. This won't be the only time these young people will be graduating. Some of the young people that are graduating today may be saying to themselves, wouldn't have graduated to the next phase of life without even going to school? Wouldn't I graduate from being a child to being an adult? Would I get old enough without having to earn a diploma or take a test? The answer is, of course, that growing up is a series of graduations. Some graduations are simply the result of your growth over the period of years, which is not usually under your own control. And other graduations are the result of your studying and learning, which is aided by teachers and parents, and is principally your own accomplishment, something you did yourself. And that's what we're here to celebrate today, what you have accomplished. What came about not simply because you grew older, but because you learned. Graduation day is generally thought of as a vacation from learning, a day of freedom from books and memorizing, homework. If that's what you think is the sum total of learning, books, classes, memorizing, homework, and tests, then you still have a lot to learn. As a matter of fact, remember this, that if you're lucky, you will keep on learning the rest of your life. You learn every day. You learn something new every day. You never learn it all. You learn from what you read, what you see, what you hear, and what you do. The hope, boys and girls, is that your schooling and your teachers have been able to help you know how to keep on learning for the rest of your life. The graduation ceremony and the diploma you receive tell the world that you're ready to go on to the next step in your lives. You have passed through an important step of the learning process. If it has been successful, the main thing it has taught you is how much more there is to learn. Here's something I really believe. That when a person really becomes educated, now you've seen people who think they know it all. Ben Franklin says a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. Some people think they know it all. I don't know anybody that does. But really when I think a person is becoming educated is when he really realizes how little he knows of what there is to learn. How little he knows of what there is to learn. An American writer of the 19th century said something very wise about this whole subject. His name was Bayard Taylor. And what he said was this: learn to live and live to learn. Learn to live and live to learn. Every time you graduate, you go on into a bigger world where there are more people to know, more difficult jobs to do, more experience you have than you've gone through before. One of the things which graduation says, and this is important, is that you're now ready to get more out of life, to lead a richer, happier life. When you learn to read, a whole new world opens up to you. When you learn to understand the way a machine works, or government works, or why a plant thrives in the sunlight, other worlds open up to you. We always speak of people growing up. We don't simply mean they get taller. We also mean that they move higher in the world, like climbing up a mountain. we can see more and we can see further. You boys and girls, young men and young ladies, have climbed up the mountain. It was easier for some of you than others, but for all of you, it was an accomplishment which your parents and your friends applaud. We congratulate you. You have completed an important phase of your education. Use it well. Thank you.